75 years. One iconic name, and now liquid gold. Introducing the Fender 75th Anniversary Telecaster in liquid gold.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Dad's Guitar Guide. And God, what a presentation Fender does. That's a beautiful case, and you open that up and you just get that gold with that green shimmy to it. It just kind of goes from one color to the next. I guess that's why they call this liquid gold. So episode number 33, everybody. We're going to check out a Fender American Telecaster, American II Telecaster, 75th anniversary. And guys, this is not your dad's Telecaster. This thing is souped up, hot rodded. It's got a great finish on it. And yeah, it's just a beautiful guitar. So we're gonna tear this thing apart. And we've got a couple other guitars we're gonna kind of compare it to. I've got a Tele that I made from a StewMac kit. And we also have a 52 custom that we're gonna listen to some sounds later on, some tones out of these, and see just what the difference is. Just a quick one or two off on these just to see how much of a difference there is between all the stuff going on with this and what you have with just your basic Telecasters. But so you've got some incredible pickups in this. You've got no 60 cycle hum on any of these, liquid gold finish, one ply black aluminum anodized scratch plate, lap steel style inlays on the fretboard, ebony fretboard, rolled hinges. I mean, it just goes on and on. His sculpted body, and we're going to see all this when we tear it apart. And guys, we're actually going to tear this thing apart, and it kills me to do it, but we're going to take everything apart. And trust me, there is a lot of stuff inside here. It was tough to get this this volume tone cover plate back on there. There's so much stuff in there, but here we go, guys. Let's check this out, see what's in there on the workbench, and here we go, guys. Dad's Guitar Guide, episode number 33. Okay, let's throw this bad boy on the workbench, and that's gonna kill me to take this thing apart, but we're gonna do it anyway so you can get a look at what's inside this thing. And that's just a quick look at the Fender Deluxe Cast sealed locking tuners. We'll get a closer look at those later on. So we're going to take the scratch plate off, so obviously we can see the neck pickup, and we're going to also take off the switch plate cover, the volume tone control, and the three-way selector switch, and see what's in there. And there's a lot of stuff packed in there, guys, and it kills me to take this thing apart. Such a beautiful guitar, but I wanted to see what was underneath all this and made it work. Okay, so we're going to take a look at these volume and tone control. We get that switch plate cover off, as well as the three-way selector switch. Fender calls these their dual patented S1 switches, and they are really nice. You just press the button at the top of either the volume or the tone control. Volume being series and tone being parallel. So you can see the routes, which are kind of cool because you could put a humbucker in the neck and then a single coil in the middle if you wanted to. But here we have a look at the neck pickup, which Fender calls their 75th anniversary ultra noiseless Tele. But on the pickup itself, it just says ultra modern Tele. So we're going to put that scratch plate back, and we're going to take a look at the bridge pickup, which Fender's calling their fast lane rails. On the pickup itself, it just says rails, and through the review, I keep switching back and forth between rails and fast lane. So, but it is a rails pickup. You can see the two rails there. So the blue tape was just a reference point for the saddles, which I had to take out in order to take the ashtray cover off. And there's your rails Tele bridge pickup, although this isn't an ashtray cover. And pretty cool on this. So the adjustment of the pickups, you can see those rubber posts there that the screws go down through. It's almost like surgical tubing. And that's what gives you the ability to adjust the pickups up and down instead of springs. And that's kind of cool because they're not jumping off the screws if you took it out. You've got the ground wire there. And the neck pickup also has the same tubing on there for the adjustment. And there's a little bit more of a look of that pickup. And something I just learned, so the ashtray cover that this affixes to, a lot of people thought on Teles that an ashtray cover helped with the magnetic field and added tone. And evidently that's not the case. And that's something that I just watched not too long ago on YouTube. If anyone has any thoughts on that, please feel free to comment. And we're going to look at the readings on those pickups in just a little while. We're going to take the neck off, see what that looks like. Take a look at the grain on the neck, because remember, that's a quarter sawn. And yeah, say that 3 times real fast. So there's the neck right there. And we're going to look at the back end. So quarter sawn. So you have the grain that's perpendicular. You can see it right there, as opposed to horizontal. And this makes the neck stronger. And evidently it's more expensive to cut it that way as well. So pretty nice feature on this to have that quarter sawn neck. And there's the neck pocket right there. And that was in there tight too. There wasn't much play on that. So you can see a close-up of the headstock along with the truss rod adjustment, and they call it their Biflex truss rod, which I'm assuming is just a dual-action truss rod. Also, we have a Graphtec tusk nut on this. And here's a little better look at that Graphtec nut and ebony fretboard and yeah, your typical Tele headstock. Let's take a look at the readings on these pickups, and this really surprised me. Look at that neck pickup, 14.66, and engaging the series doesn't really do anything with that. So 14.66, we're going to go to the middle, and we've got 5.11, and there's no switches activated on this. And then to the bridge, and we've got 7.73. Now, if we press the S1 switch on the tone control, that gives us a parallel, takes it down to 1.95. We can go to the middle, do the same thing, 1.72, but you can see if we go to the neck and try this, we're not going to get a reading on that. So my understanding is the series takes the signal from the neck, runs it through the bridge, and then out the output. And so when you have the series activated, you can also have parallel, and that's going to give you a difference between the bridge pickup and the middle control as well. And you can tell, you know, when we get to the tones, you'll hear the difference there. But just looking at it with the ohm meter, you're not going to see any change in ohms when we're pressing those switches. So while we're taking a look at this 75th anniversary American II liquid gold Telecaster, let's go through some of the specs on this that we haven't already touched on. And look, there's that heel cut, and boy, you can just get all the way up to 25.5-inch ebony fretboard with ultra rolled edges. It weighed in at 7 pounds 11 ounces, and we have a maple neck, and you can see the skunk stripe there. So, and there's the neck profile. So it's described as a modern D, but I actually thought it was a little flat on the back, and they listed the nut width at 1.685, but I actually got 1.7 at the first fret with a depth of 0.84, and at the 12th 2.05 with a depth of 0.88. Liquid gold ultra gloss finish, and you can just see how that thing shines and goes from green to gold with some silver in there. And the neck, I believe, is gloss as well. It's really, I mean, you just slide up and down the neck. It plays so effortlessly. Black chrome hardware, your anodized aluminum scratch plate, S1 switches. We have the 6 brass saddles, which are individually adjusting, of course. Strap hawks on this. Our ashtray cover, which really isn't an ashtray cover. We don't have the sides on it, but it's the black chrome hardware is really nice. And our ebony fretboard, tusk nut, and tuners, and beautiful guitar. And there's another look at the neck profile on that, which, like I said before, was really comfortable to play. And it is a little flat on the back, but yeah, that neck is smooth. 75th anniversary American II Telecaster really is a great way to honor the heritage while aggressively chasing the future with all the different settings on this. 75 years, all started in 1951, and you can just look at this body. It's just so nice. All the cuts, the liquid gold paint, and let's just get to some tones on this, guys, and see what this thing really does. Here we go. Yeah, so what an interesting look on the workbench with this. I mean, everything from the quarter sawn, say that 3 times real fast, the quarter sawn neck, to the ebony fretboard, to all the electronics. I mean, you've got the tapered neck down here with the heel, the body cuts. I had just so much stuff in there. And, you know, the Telecasters, obviously, this was the first electric guitar made, the first popular one, production one, 1951. So 2026, we got 75 years. And I can't do that on my fingers. 75 years. So we've got everything from just your basic Telecaster we've got the 52 Custom over here. We're going to check out the tones. And then we've got this beast with the no 60 cycle hum pickups on it, the liquid gold finish, the 1-ply black anodized pick cover with all kinds of stuff crammed underneath there, the ebony 10 to 14 compound radius fretboard, which I really like, the tapered heel on the back. And I know we already went over this stuff, but there's just so much that we're looking at here. But let's take a look at the tones on this and see what separates it from all the other Telecasters out there and all the other ones that I don't have. But at least it'll give you an idea of what this sounds like if you're thinking about buying it. Good luck finding one, by the way. They're sold out pretty much everywhere. But I did see some on eBay. Sweetwater's got a waiting list, and I think Guitar Center maybe had a couple of them. But let's see what the tones sound like on this, guys. And yeah, here we go. Dad's Guitar Guide. Check these things out. So, and I've thrown in a couple other Teles just to give you an idea, or base, to see what this does that these don't, or vice versa. So this is a Tele that I built, and I got to tell you, I was always a Gibson guy, except I was always fascinated with both the Strat sound and the Tele sound and the Tele body style, because it's really comfortable to play, especially when you throw in all the body cuts on this. I mean, it just makes it really comfy. So I made this one a few years ago. I actually made it, my grandson was born. I made it for him. His name is Gibson, go figure. So I put Gibson on the headstock, and this is going to him as soon as he's old enough. Actually, his dad's going to get it in a little while. But yeah, so we've got a Gibson Tele here, and this thing was a great kit. It came out really well. And then we've got a 52 Custom from my friend's collection. So we'll just throw those two in just to give you an idea of what the difference in tone is. But we've got the single coil noiseless pickup in the neck, and we've got the rails humbucker in the bridge position, and then we've got the series switch and the parallel switch. Now the parallel switch kind of gives you a split on the humbucker, but depending on where you have the selector switch, you're also bringing in the neck pickup with it. And the series switch, the way I understand it, and there's so much tech on these things, guys, and there's so many different specs out there to go with this, and I'm surprised how hot this neck pickup is at 14K ohms. It just blew me away. But anyway, so there's so much out there that you just get this huge array of sounds from these things. We could be all day playing through different amps, and we're going through the Tone Master Pro, the same that I always do, into the Tone Master FR12 cabinet on my left, your right, and the Fender Twin Reverb Tone Master on my right, your left, into a stereo microphone. That's it. No processing, no DAW, nothing. Just that you're hearing what I hear. So if you're thinking of buying these guitars, and that's what I always preach on these shows, is that you're going to hear what I'm hearing if you have the same setup. And I know that's kind of redundant. You got to have the same setup, but it gives you an idea of what you're going to hear going through an amp. Nothing's processed. So that's the key to this. But this guitar has just got so much going on for it. And I've felt, I mean, it's a great guitar. It's got a lot going there. And so we're just going to run through the tones with this really quick. I mean, you've got the modern D-shaped neck with a 10 to 14 radius. Okay, we've talked enough about this guitar. It's a great guitar. It's got a great neck. I mean, it's comfortable. What's not to love about it? So let's get to some tones. And we've got it set on the Alan Clean concert patch, which I really love. And we're just going to run through everything before we go parallel and series and all that stuff. And we'll start out with a neck pickup, and then we'll go to the fast lane, which I've been calling rails, but it's fast lane pickup. Just run through it real quick on Alan Clean concert, and then we'll do a quick sample of these two just to see what it sounds like compared to these guys. And here we go. Let's just start out with the neck. Let's see what we got here. Custom, just to see what this has got going on. And we're just going to play the neck and the bridge because we've got a problem with the electronics, which is neither here nor there, so we can't get the two together. But so here we go, just the neck. Okay, let's switch over to the Gibson Telecaster. Long story behind this, but my grandson's named Gibson, made it for him. So we got a Gibson Telecaster, Stu-Mac kit. Great build, a lot of fun, guys. We got Wilkinson pickups in it, so let's see what this sounds like on the neck. So let's listen to what we really came here to listen to, and that's the tones out of this. So let's just run through the Alan Clean concert without any of these buttons pressed, which sometimes I forget I pressed them. There's just so many things you can do with these. In series. Fast lane pickup and then into this whole mess down here. And now we've got the bridge still in series. Let's get out of that. Let's go to phase, and now we've just got we're in bridge still. Patch, and yeah, we'll just go with no series, no parallel, just starting out on the bridge, and then we'll play around with it later. much we could do with this, guys. Everything from country twang to rock. A little, we've got it in parallel on the bridge to episode number 33, guys. Dad's Guitar Guide, 75th anniversary, Fender American II Telecaster. Alder body, ebony fretboard, maple quarter sawn neck, noiseless pickups, tons of different settings on this. We could be here all day doing this. If this is what you're looking for, there you go. It's got everything that you could need, from country to western to rock. So episode number 34, guys, we're going to get to those Epiphones. So instead of $3,000, maybe $300. Episode number 34, guys. Tune into that. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there in the left-hand corner, guys. Thanks for watching this episode 33 with the Fender 75th anniversary Tele. Not your dad's Tele by any stretch of the imagination. Appreciate you tuning in, everybody. We'll see you in episode number 34. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate you watching.